and welcome to the Business of Being a Virtual Assistant. I'm your host, Tiffany Parson, and you're watching and listening to episode number 224. Today, we're going to talk about my thoughts on working with family and friends in your business. I don't know how many of you have thought about bringing your spouse home, or wouldn't it be nice if you could have your kids help you in your business, or your brother or sister? That is what we're going to talk about today. Is this a good idea? Is it not a good idea? I mean, let's paint a picture today. Okay, let's talk about your spouse first. And I'm starting out with looking at it from the standpoint of a woman with a virtual assistant business bringing their husband into her business. This makes me nervous. Let me just be honest. I started recording this and I felt myself kind of being guarded in my words, and I don't want to be. I just want to lay it out on the table as though you're sitting here right here with me. It makes me nervous when I see women bringing their husbands into their business. In theory, it's a great idea. It would be wonderful to work alongside your husband in your business. However, most men need their own thing. It's going to be hard for him to join you in your thing when he's not the leader. In a marriage, the man is the head of the house, right? In your business, you are the head of your businesses. If you're a woman, you're the head of your business. So to bring him into that, when he's used to being the leader in his home, but he comes into business with you, your business, and you're the leader, that's going to be hard. Even if you have a wonderful marriage, you're great friends, you have excellent communication skills, all the good stuff, everything is in place. It's wonderful. It's still going to be hard. By design, he's designed to lead. And so if you imagine you have a team of people and the team sees you as their leader and him as your husband, it's going to be difficult for them to now see him as a leader too, because that's not what it is. It's your company. And if you brought him in, your team is still going to see you as the main person and not him. And this may be hard for him to digest, whether he expresses it or not. Again, just naturally by design. There's nothing wrong with this. This is just his wiring. The flip side of that is if it were his virtual assistant business and he were to bring you in, you would be able to roll with it and work right alongside of him, and things work smoothly. I know this is probably something you're probably like, what? Yeah. It makes me nervous when I see people online, business owners and women, and they bring their spouses into their business. It makes me nervous for them because I've seen it not work too many times. And when I say not work, I don't mean not work for the business. I mean not work for their relationship. And what's more important, what's more important than your business is your family. Your relationship with your spouse. It's better if it's his business first and he brings you in, or it's something that you all think of, design, create, and start together. Otherwise, It's going to be rocky. And it may not last. Just make it plain. I'm just making it plain today, okay? Making it plain. All right, so that's the whole deal with your spouse. That is the whole deal with the spouse. And again, these are my thoughts. Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about a friend or a parent, right? You don't want them to come into your business thinking they're doing you a favor if it's not a favor. So if it's a situation where you just need extra help to meet a deadline, then yes, they're coming in to do you a favor. If it's a situation where your business is growing by leaps and bounds and you need a whole nother team member, not just help for this one particular deadline, but you need a team member, then that's not the time to bring in a family or a friend who thinks they're doing you a favor. So I got some questions for you to ask yourself. The first thing is, are you going to be able to treat them like you treat everyone else on your team? You have to be able to treat them like everyone else on your team. So there's no preferential treatment. And so they're meeting the job requirements, the things that they need to do for you, your clients, etc. Obviously, if you can't do that, it won't work. They can't be a team member. They can do you a favor, but they can't be a team member if you can't treat them like all the other team members. The flip side of that is if you say, yes, Tiffany, I can treat them like all the other team members. The flip side of that is, can your family member or friend accept the fact that you're treating them like all the other team members? May be easy for you, but is it going to be easy for them to receive you treating them like everyone else? When it's time to give feedback, when it's time to give any compliment or criticism or whatever, especially in the sticky spots. If there's an issue between your friend or family member and another team member. Really important. Not only that you're able to treat them like everyone else, but they're able to accept the fact that you're treating them like everyone else. That may be hard. The next thing is, do they have a genuine interest in your business? Meaning, if you were not involved in this type of business, would they seek this out on their own? So let's say they're helping you with social media management. You have them either creating content or scheduling for clients. Is this something that they would seek out separate from you? They have a genuine interest outside of you. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a genuine interest in the particular task, but even if it's a separate genuine interest in having a job or having a virtual assistant client, because maybe you got them subcontracting and you're their client. Do they have a genuine interest in the VA business in general and having a job, or in the actual task itself? Separate from you. Separate from you. That is going to help with the next thing, is to know, is this sustainable over time? If they have a genuine interest in it, then that is going to help sustain it, along with the other things that I mentioned first about treatment. Then that means they'll be able to, roll with it for a long period of time. The hardest thing when it comes to bringing in family members and friends is setting boundaries, because it's easy for those boundaries to cross over. They could cross over in casual conversation after hours. They could cross over in regards to assignments, pay. You don't want bringing on a family member to disrupt what you have currently with your team. You want to keep the same culture, camaraderie, all that stuff with your team. And you got to be careful when bringing in friends and family into your business. I have received assistance from family members where they were doing me a favor for a period of time. Not a team member. I have been on a team where the owner's family member was a part of the team. And things get blurred. And it's understandable that it would, because that's their family. They're with the family way more than you. They don't really know you, but they know the family member. And this is how things get blurred. It's almost better if you could if the whole business starts as a family business from jump, and that the family members are all working first before you bring on team members. Because then you as a family have a system and a rhythm already. And then the team members that come, you're bringing them into the family environment. It's kind of similar now that I think about it, and see how it's better if a husband has a business and the wife rolls into his business versus the husband rolling into the wife's business. It's just a natural order of things that makes it a whole lot easier if that family just sets the foundation and then you add team members on top. But to do it in the reverse, it's going to cause conflict, even if it's never spoken. Even if it's never spoken. Team members may not say anything. The friend or spouse may not say anything, or the family member, the parent, whoever may not say anything, but it's going to be there, and it's not going to last because it's unsaid. Eventually somebody's going to say something or somebody's going to move on. So anyway, proceed with caution is what I say when adding friends and family to an existing business situation. So those are my thoughts on it. I would love to hear what your thoughts are in working with your friends and family. Let me know if you're watching on YouTube in the comments below. And if you're watching on Facebook, let me know there as well. And if you're listening and taking me along on your commute or in the gym, thank you so much. I'm enjoying my time with you. You have a wonderful and fantastic day.